My name is Dr. Bradley Nelson. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar today, Improving Immune System Function Using the Body Code. I have been in private and virtual practice now for about 24 years and have been a pioneer in holistic health and, of course, created the Body Code system, and I'm the author of the Emotion Code. And I am an international speaker and healer and author and so on. In this webinar, you'll learn which of the 6 areas of imbalance lower your natural immunity. You learn the absolute worst thing you can do for your immune system and what's really going on with people who never seem to catch a cold or the flu, how to naturally improve the function of your immune system, how to measure and track immune function in yourself and in others. So what is immunity? Immunity is how able you are to defend yourself from infection and invaders, how able you are to detoxify your body and eliminate waste, and how able you are to heal from injuries and illness and to adapt to new environments. Your immune system function indicates how balanced and how healthy you are overall. Well, you usually can't tell by looking at someone how well their immune system is actually working. And in my own practice, where during the last 10 years of my practice, I was specializing in working with patients who were suffering from chronic and difficult and supposedly incurable problems, such as fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome and things like that. What I found was that this is really true. A lot of my patients seem to look totally fine, and often their friends would tell them, you know, Shirley, you look great. I think if you just get out and exercise, I think you'd feel better. But of course, that isn't really what these people needed. So one day I was doing an examination on a woman who was suffering from fibromyalgia, and she looked fine, but she was very ill. And I remember as I was examining her, thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great if I could actually just get some kind of a number or know how well her immune system is really working? Because that would give me a really perfect picture into how healthy or unhealthy this woman really is. And there was a little voice in my head at that moment that said, well, why don't you just ask? And so that's what we do. So I discovered that we can actually ask and we can get an exact number on how well the immune system is doing. And so from that day on, I have used that as a tool to measure how healthy or how unhealthy a person really is. The subconscious mind knows exactly. And the purpose of this call is partly to show you how you can do this and explain what it really is all about. So what are some signs of low immunity? Fatigue, body aches or pains, frequent colds or flus, skin rashes, disease, of course. If your immune system is functioning at 100% of its capability, this indicates great health. You should be almost impervious to infection and disease if you've got 100% immune function. However, a stressful event, a toxic exposure, and so on, can cause a breach in your defenses and can weaken your immune system. If your immune system is functioning at 0%, well, death may be imminent. However, I did find that you can survive with an immune function in the single digits. However, you'll likely be diagnosed with a major disease. Now, this is what I found. I found that when I was in practice seeing all of those people who had been diagnosed with major diseases, I found that their immune system function was usually in single digits. Very, very common to find that. Well, your immune system is actually made of multiple different parts in the body, and each part has a specific role to play, a specific job to do. Each part needs to be healthy and balanced, or the whole immune system will struggle. Okay. So the heart is actually a second brain, first of all. It's communicating with the rest of the body all the time. And those messages that the heart sends help the body to work. The heart is basically telling the body how to work, how to be healthy. And of course, the body communicates back with the heart, all those cells and all those tissues. Those messages have to get through. Those messages from the heart, brain, to the body have to get through in order for you to have proper immune system function. So if you have a heart wall, your interference with between your heart and your body will be lowered. Okay, so you'll have lower immunity there. Your body parts, including your immune system organs, won't be able to perform optimally. And the biggest interfering factor, of course, in this is the heart wall. Okay, the heart's very important, critically important to the proper functioning of everything, and especially your immune system. Another part of the immune system here, an important part, is the thymus gland. Now, the heart wall and other imbalances will also affect the thymus gland. Think about the heart wall. When you have a heart wall, you've got this wall of negative energy around your heart. The thymus gland happens to sit right on top of the heart. And so it's definitely affected by the heart wall. The thymus gland helps defensive white blood cells that are called T cells to mature. The T, of course, stands for thymus. And that helps to protect against infection and autoimmune diseases. And imbalance in the thymus gland will interrupt this process. The liver, of course, another very important organ, key in the immune system. It's the largest internal organ, performs over 400 functions to keep the body healthy. It converts food into nutrients and fats and so on and stores them for later use. It also filters your blood and converts, stores, or eliminates toxins. So your immune system will suffer if the liver becomes imbalanced. And so you might imagine one of the biggest things that imbalances the liver is toxicity, because that's a big part of the liver's job, is to break down those poisons. So the pesticide that you are ingesting on your salad, that will affect the liver. The mercury that's in your teeth, that will affect the liver, and so on. That's if you have fillings. If you don't have fillings, you probably don't have any mercury in your teeth. Anyway, the spleen is another very important organ, filters the blood, disposes of old red blood cells. It stores T cells coming from the thymus that look for foreign invaders. And those T cells communicate with other immune cells that are called B cells to launch the necessary attacks against these foreign invaders. You also have a lymphatic system. And these lymph nodes are small glands located throughout the body that contain special defense cells, like the spleen. The lymphatic system filters the lymph, and this lymph is clear fluid that circulates, similar to the blood. There's actually more lymph fluid in your body than there is blood. And then, of course, we have bone marrow, and that's the soft, fatty tissue that is contained in the bones. The bone marrow forms blood cells and all of your immune system cells. Some of those cells mature into B cells, some of those move into the thymus and mature into T cells, and so on. So what is it that lowers immunity? And that's a great question. I remember many times talking with people about this, and of course I think the general perception out there is that you need echinacea or some kind of tea or some kind of nutrient. The reality, though, that I found is that any of the 6 kinds of imbalances that we see in the body code can interfere with proper healthy immunity. In other words, the way to look at this is that any imbalance anywhere, any of the imbalances that we find in the body code, which I believe really include all the imbalances that happen to us, period, all of those imbalances, any of those imbalances will lower your immune system. That's how you need to look at this. And of course, then it's often not what you'd expect. Okay, so let's go through these a little bit. First of all, trapped emotions and other energies will lower your immunity, no matter where they are in the body. Okay, however, and here we can see a trapped emotion. That's the green area on this guy. Now, that trapped emotion is on his left side. It's probably affecting his spleen. Okay, so that could definitely be lowering the immune system. If you have a trapped emotion in your liver, a major immune organ, that's going to definitely lower the immune system more than if that emotion were trapped somewhere else in the body. But the reality is, no matter where a trapped emotion or any other energy is lodged, it will lower the immunity of the body, no question about it, and make the body more vulnerable to disease. Remember that any of these trapped emotions or other energies that we find in the body code distort the normal energy field of the body, and thereby they distort the body tissues, and so we have trouble. They also block the flow of energy, and they prevent the normal function of organs and glands. Now, There are other negative energies that, like trapped emotions and all of the other ones that we talk about in the body code, are underlying causes of depression and anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder, phobias, panic attacks, mental illness, and so on. Now, negative feelings and thoughts that we have are also a huge stress on the body, okay? And that kind of stress breaks down the body's natural defenses. If you're expecting to get sick, for example, you'll end up creating illness, and it will make it harder for you to recover. So it's really incredibly important what you're thinking and what those feelings are, okay? They've actually done studies and have shown that laughter and positive feelings and thoughts will alkalinize your pH and improve the function of your immune cells even at a distance. Okay, and they've proven this in the laboratory, where immune cells, white cells taken out of the blood, will be influenced, will become more active on the other side of the room if you're thinking positive thoughts and you're feeling happy and so on. And even at further distances. And we talk about some of that in the book, The Emotion Code. But laughter, positive feelings help to restore balance to your body. They give your immune system renewed strength, and it makes it easier to heal and to fight infection. So some of you may remember Norman Cousins years ago, who was diagnosed with cancer. He was going to die. He healed himself of cancer by watching comedies, okay, funny shows. Well, let's talk about toxins now. Toxins lower immunity. Toxins put a heavy load on the liver, and they impede normal liver function. And of course, the whole immune system suffers as a result. Now, in the body code, we talk about circuits. And if any circuit is imbalanced, its normal function is impeded. Okay, and the whole body then suffers. That allows toxins to build up. Energy doesn't flow properly, and so on. And here we're looking at a picture of the chakras. And the chakras, of course, are just part of the circuits in the body. We include all of the organs. Every organ has a circuit. Every gland has a circuit. We also talk about disconnections between the spirit and the body, and so on. So when you have an imbalance in a circuit, it's like throwing a wrench into the machinery of the body, and your immune system function is lowered. Infections also affect immunity because they create a battle in your body, a battle with your immune system. And a long or intense battle can leave the immune system fatigued, much like a regular army. This lowers your immune function because there's a battle going on. And it's almost as if you think of the body as being like a country, the body has so many soldiers. It has just so many. It has just so much energy, just so many resources to use to fight these battles. And so when an infection comes in, that means part of the body's resources are being used to fight that battle. And then if a poison or a toxin comes in, you've got less resources to fight that. And most of us have a lot of these things coming at us all the time because of the world that we live in. Well, it's important to get rest and proper nutrition to restore immune function as well as energy balancing. And often what we have found is that if a big battle is going on, there may not be a lot of energy clearing that can be done because that also takes energy. That energy clearing takes energy itself. And so sometimes you might need to just be aware of that and give the body a little bit of time. So there are structural imbalances that can occur in the body. Those also affect immunity. Misalignment of any tissue will interfere with proper function and will lower the immune system capabilities. Spinal misalignment in particular will block the proper communication along those nerve pathways. The brain is a computer. It's sending messages to the body all the time. Those messages travel down the spinal cord and then travel out in between the different vertebrae to the various organs and tissues of the body. So misalignment of vertebrae will create interference in that nervous system, and that will lower immunity. Okay, and of course, as a chiropractor, practiced for 17 years, I saw this kind of thing very frequently where misalignment in the spine would cause interference, and that interference between the brain and the organ or gland at the other end of the line would mean that there wouldn't be 100% communication occurring between that organ or that gland and the brain. And so therefore the function of that organ or that gland would be subsequently lowered, And that also, of course, ends up affecting immunity. It's all one big, amazing, complex system, and one thing affects everything else. So that's what happens there. Now, lack of proper nutrition deprives the immune system of the fuel that it needs to function properly. And nutrients and antioxidants can help to restore organ balance and can assist the detoxification process. So that's an important one as well. Stress, of course, affects the immunity. Stress is acidic. It lowers your pH. An infection will thrive in an acid pH. In fact, they have found that people don't seem to get cancer unless their pH is very acid. Okay, acid pH makes it much harder to heal, but it's a vicious cycle because it makes it harder to heal, and it's stressful to not heal, and so your pH gets lowered, and so you need to break out of that if you can. Correcting imbalances that are found in the body code and correcting diet can help to reverse this process and alkalinize the body. Now, some people say, gee, I never get colds or flus. And this was something that I noticed when I was in practice. I saw this all the time. People would have been diagnosed with some major illness, and yet they would very often tell me this. Well, I feel horrible all the time, but the funny thing is, I must be doing pretty well because when the cold comes around, colds run through. Everybody in the office gets a cold. I don't get it. Or everyone had the flu last week in the whole place. I didn't get it. What's going on there, really? Well, this actually might not be such a good thing. It might not be as good as you think, because it may indicate that the immune system is already too overloaded to mount a normal attack against these new invaders. And I came to call this Nelson's paradox. What I found was that if the immune system function is below 30%, it will result in a lack of immune response. And this is what I found with these people. I found that if their immune system function was below about 30%, they wouldn't catch a cold. They wouldn't get the flu, but something else was going on. Those bugs would still get into their body, and likely they would stay a while, but a normal immune response was not really happening. And in fact, and of course, a normal immune response includes things like sneezing and mucus production and so on, and feeling like you've actually got a cold or the flu. In fact, one of the most interesting cases of this that I saw was a patient that I've spoken about before, who I spoke at a fibromyalgia support group down in Southern California once. And there was a woman who sat in the audience who cried through the whole presentation. And when it was over, she told me that for 19 years, she'd had fibromyalgia, which is muscle pain in different areas of the body, can be all over the body. Very, very difficult. She said that she cried every day during all those years because she was in so much pain. And she'd seen, I think, about 10 different doctors, and they'd all told her the same thing. What you've got is incurable. Nothing can be done. All you can do is take these drugs, etc. And what we found with her was that she had imbalances in all of the 6 different areas that we talk about. She had all 6 different kinds of imbalance that we reference in the body code. But she particularly had lots of infection going on, okay, as well as everything else. In fact, I found 59 different viral infections in her body. And she was one of these people. Her immune system, when we first started out with her, was, I think, at around 5% function. And you might think that that sounds crazy and like a person might be on their deathbed, but you can function with a really low immunity, but you're not going to feel good, see? And that's what was happening with her. She was really in a lot of pain constantly, terrible pain constantly. But she never seemed to catch a cold, never seemed to get the flu. She was just sick all the time. So what was happening with her is when the flu would go through the office, for example, or her kids would catch the flu, sure enough, that bug would go into her body and it would just set up housekeeping. And those bugs would just stay there. And that's why when I went to work with her, we found 59 different viral infections in her body that we had to work on and get rid of using the body code. So, by the way, that woman was pain-free within about 2.5 weeks by using the body code and fixing all of the imbalances that she had. So that's an interesting thing. So when you run into somebody that says, I never seem to catch a cold or the flu, but I really don't feel good, or I'm exhausted all the time, or whatever, you can have a pretty good idea that their immune system is probably below 30%. Okay, not good. Well, typically, again, these are people who are chronically ill, low energy, body pain, etc. And these new invaders just get added to the laundry list of all their long-term imbalances. Now, one of the worst things I believe that you can actually do for your immune system is to get a vaccine, because that can actually lower your immunity. Vaccinations are full of toxins that have to be very, very powerful to weaken those viral agents. And this can create a whole nother battle, an unnecessary battle that your immune system can fight until the day that you die. See, what happens is if you get an injection and there's mercury or there's formaldehyde or aluminum, those are the typical things that they use in vaccines. And even though they say they've taken that there's no mercury in vaccines anymore, it's not true if you actually do the research. When that gets injected into your body, your immune system goes nuts and it starts to try to fight off these heavy metals and the formaldehyde and so on. But that's a battle that basically goes on forever. Not to mention the fact that you now have viral fragments and so on in your body. And the thing about it is, you may think that a vaccination is actually something that is that's very clinical and very clean. And believe me, it's not really the case. For example, how they make smallpox vaccination is, and this sounds gross, so here's just a warning for you, but they will peel the skin off an area of the abdomen of a cow, and they'll have this cow in a stall, and then they infect that area of raw tissue with smallpox, the smallpox organism. And then after a while, that's become crusty and so on. Then they just scrape all that off and grind that up and put that into your vaccine. I mean, if you look and you actually see what they put into these vaccines, it's kind of mind-blowing. But the problem is there are a lot of other organisms in there potentially that can create problems. So this is something that you really need to be aware of. You want to stock up on nutrients and proper diet, and you want to use the body code during flu season instead of getting a flu shot. Okay, just my opinion, because the vaccine industry is run by money. Okay, and in my opinion, it's one of the most corrupt industries that we have around in this day and age. But here's how you can identify immune function. You can ask, is your immune system function at 50% or better of its total capability? And if the answer there is yes, you can ask, is it better than 60%? Okay, or better than 60% capability, and then just take it from there. And one thing I want to point out here is that, let's say, for example, you have immune system function of 80%. If I were to ask you this top question, is your immune system function at 50% or better? Of course, that's going to be a yes answer, and it will be yes until we get to that point. On the other hand, if I ask that question and your immune system is at 30%, the answer to that would be no. And so then I could ask, well, is it better than 40%, and so on? And I'll show you how this actually works in a few minutes. It's similar to identifying the exact age when you're identifying a trapped emotion. By the way, you can even identify the exact percentage. For example, 53.325%. You can do that, and I may show you that during the webinar, how that's actually done. The subconscious mind knows exactly how well that immune system function is working. It's really a crazy thing. It knows. Now, if you just are specifically wanting to work on the immune function, you could ask, is there something that can be released or corrected to improve your immune system function? And if the answer is yes, you can go straight to the body code chart, and then the subconscious will take you wherever you need to go, and you clear whatever you find. Then you can also retest immune function at the end of a session or after clearing each imbalance, and I'll show you how that's done in this call. Really, really fun. So what we'd like to do now is take some volunteers. Yes, hello, can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I can barely hear you. Thank you.
Okay.
My immune system had been shut down for a very long time, probably since birth. I used to have a lot of colds, a lot of all kind of problems, digestive problems. Then I changed the diet to vegetarian. A lot had been improved, but now for the latest 10 years or so, I had been suffering with itching. And I have worked on it's vaginal itching, and I have worked on candida and other issues. I checked for all kinds of venereal diseases. Everything's coming negative. So I really don't know what else can I do. I no sugar in my diet, gluten-free, um, not even fruits. I am
Okay.
lost. I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
I practice emotion code and body code, but I cannot do it on myself. So
Okay.
hopefully you can help me.
So you're using the body code as well, did you say?
Yes,
Okay. All
but
right.
not on me. I cannot do it on me.
Okay. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we need help to work on ourselves. So that's no problem. Let's take a look here and we'll see what we can figure out. Okay. Okay, let's see here, Chaya. Let's ask if we have a good connection here. Can I act as proxy for you? And the answer I get there is yes. Okay, good. All right, so let's ask this question. You've got this, let's first of all find out how well your immune system is working, okay? Okay, so on a scale of 0 to 100%, how well is your immune system functioning as a percentage of its total capability? Is it functioning at 100%? No. Is it functioning at 50% of its capability? No. Is it functioning at 30% of its capability? Nope. Is it functioning at 20% or 10%? I'm getting no on 20, yes on 10. So is your immune system functioning at 15% of capability or at 14 or 13 or 12? I'm getting about 12%. Okay, 12%.
Wow. And
Yeah.
that's after all this stuff. I'm taking so many supplements. Nothing is helping.
Yeah, well, there's something else going on, see? So there's a couple of things that we can do. First of all, one thing that we can do is we can ask, if we're looking at the body code map, for example, we could ask, what is the single biggest underlying factor that is lowering your immune function? Is it something on the right side of the chart? No, it's on the left side of the chart. So is it energies? No. Is it some kind of toxicity? No. Some kind of circuit imbalance? Yes. Okay, so let's see what that is. Let's see here. So let me make a note here. Biggest factor. Oops. Biggest factor. Okay, somewhere in here, some kind of circuit imbalance. So is it an organ problem or imbalance, some kind of gland imbalance? Does it have to do with a chakra or a disconnection or a meridian? It actually has to do with a meridian. So let's see what meridian this is. Is it on the left side of our chart or the right? It's on the right. So is it the lung channel or the heart? Is it pericardium channel or this one, which is the triple warmer? No. Is it the small intestine? No. Is it large intestine? Okay, large intestine meridian is showing up here. Now, what does that mean? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. There's probably an underlying reason for this imbalance. Is that true? Yes. Okay. So let me make a note here. And again, with the body code, you never know. It's going to show up. So you just figure out whatever the body wants you to figure out and fix whatever the body wants you to fix. So there's a large intestine meridian imbalance due to something else. And what is it due to? Is it something on the right side of the chart or the left? So on the left side of the chart, is it some kind of energy? Is it emotional or something post-traumatic? Some kind of a post-traumatic energy? Is it something on the right or the left here? So is it a psychic trauma or a physical? It's a physical trauma. Okay, well, a physical trauma usually occurs when you receive some kind of a physical blow, okay, like an auto accident or a fall or a punch and so on. And it's energy that is normally dissipated but that becomes stuck or lodged in the body. So do we need to know more about this? And the answer is yes. Okay, so Chaya, let me ask you, how old are you right now?
65.
You're 65. Okay, so this is a physical trauma. Let's figure out when this occurred, okay? When did this physical trauma happen to you? Did this happen to you earlier than age 30? No. Between 30 and 40? No. Between 40 and 50? Yes. between 40 to 50, but did it occur between 40 and 45 or around 46 or 47 or 48? Okay, it's around age 48, okay? Some kind of a physical trauma. Now, if you think back to that time of your life, does that ring any kind of a bell? 48, maybe 47, maybe 49, but right around in that time frame, was there anything that happened to you, any kind of a physical trauma?
Well, I have been very prone to car accidents all my life, but I'm not sure at that time I was, I mean, somewhere around that area, I was already living in a different country where I was not driving the car.
Okay. Well,
but it could be before, I don't know, but it
well,
could
let's ask
be.
this. Now, sometimes intense emotional trauma will actually show up as physical trauma.
That's
So,
definitely could be.
yeah, so let's just take a look here and see if that's what's happening here. Was this a actually kind of an emotional trauma? No, it's definitely physical. Something happened. Let's ask, do we need to know more about this? And your body says no. So let's go ahead and we'll release this energy. And I'm going to just take a magnet here. I'm acting as proxy for you, so I'll pass that from my forehead over the top of my head to the back of my neck 3 times. Okay. All right, awesome. Let's take a look here and let's see, do we release that physical trauma? Yes, we did. Okay, now, remember what I was telling you, how any imbalance that we find in the body code will decrease immune function. So here we found this physical trauma that was imbalancing the large intestine meridian. Let's find out here if there is something else going on with this. Okay, let's find out, let's see how much this affected your immune system. Okay, so just for fun here, just by releasing that first thing, let's see if it's affected anything. We can first ask, is your large intestine meridian happy now, balanced now? And it is. So how well is your immune system functioning now as a percentage of its total capability? Is it functioning at 12%? Yes. So we haven't lost anything. Is it better than 12%? Yes. Is it better than 20%? Yes. Is it better than 30%? No. Is it at 25 or 24 or 23? So we came up to about 23% now, just from releasing that one thing. So let's ask again, same question. Is there another underlying imbalance that is going on with you that we can correct, that's contributing to this vaginal itching problem that you have? Is there another underlying reason for that? And the answer is yes. Is that reason on the right side of our chart? So it's over here on the left. Is it some kind of energy? No. Is it toxicity? No. So it's some kind of circuit again. Is it an organ imbalance or a gland imbalance? Is it a chakra imbalance or a disconnection or a meridian? It's another meridian, okay? So what meridian is this? Is it a meridian on the left side of this chart or the right? So on the left side of the chart this time. So is it the stomach channel? No. Is it bladder channel or gallbladder? Is it liver channel? No. Kidney channel? Yes, kidney channel. Okay, so here's what the kidney channel looks like. And is this kidney channel, now remember that all of these are paired. There's always a left and a right. So is this the left kidney channel or the right? It's actually the right kidney channel or the right kidney meridian. Okay, imbalance in the right kidney meridian due to what? Is it due to some underlying reason? Yes. Now, sometimes you'll find a meridian imbalance and there won't be an underlying reason. You'll just need to use a magnet maybe, or use your fingertips and just go over the governing meridian a few times to send some intention to fix whatever's going on there. But this imbalance does have a deeper underlying cause. So what is that deeper underlying cause? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Is the deeper underlying cause of this right kidney meridian imbalance, is it due to something on the right or the left of the chart? Left side of the chart, is it an energy? Yes. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? No. Is it an allergy or an intolerance? No. Is it a mental energy? Yes, it is. Some kind of a mental energy. So is this a mental energy on the left side of our chart here? No. So it's one of these on the right. Is it an image? No. Is it a broadcast message or a need to move the past or a will to die? It's actually what we call a will to die energy. And that's where, sometimes we wish that we were dead. And that energy gets stuck in the body, creates this continual imbalance. Will this lower immune function? Absolutely, just like everything else will. So let's take a look here. Does that ring a bell at all?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I just wish to know, like, which one of them.
Well, let's see. Let's ask, can we know more about this? Do we need to know more about this? Actually, your subconscious is saying, yes, we do need to know more about this. And even if it didn't, we could still dig a little deeper, but your subconscious wants to. So let's go there. When did you contract this particular energy? Did you pick this up prior to age 30? No, between 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 40 to 45, or between 40 and 45, around 40, around age 41 or 42 or 43, age 43. Around age 43, it's accurate within a year, generally plus or minus, but it's usually pretty much right on. So 42, 43, 44, right around that time frame. Does that ring a bell at all about...
Can you ask if it has to do with my daughter?
Yes. Does this have anything to do with your daughter? Yes. Something about your daughter.
Older or younger?
Does that have to do with your older daughter or your younger daughter? Younger daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do we need to know more about this? No, we don't. So let's go ahead and release this. Okay. Here we go. And just a few strokes of the magnet over the governing meridian. And let's ask if we've cleared that. And the answer is yes. Okay. So now let's take a look at your immune function. And we'll just see where that's at. That'll be number 5. Okay. It was at 23%. And let's ask, did we release this will to die energy? And that was affecting that right kidney meridian, see? And so now, is that right kidney meridian happy? Yes, it is. Okay, good. So now, how well is your immune system functioning as a percent of capability? Is it functioning at 23%? Yes. So it hasn't gone down. Is it functioning at 30%? Yes. Is it better than 30%? Yes. Is it better than 40%? Yes. Is it better than 50%? No. So it's between 40 to 50. Is your immune system functioning at 45% of capacity, at 46 or 47? It's about 46. See? So you see how this works. All right. Yeah, I think you're getting the idea here, how you can do this. And it takes a little bit of time to test the immune function after everything you're doing. But I want to give you the full picture of what's really going on here. See, this is something that it's really quite remarkable, how the immune system function will change quite radically. So now let's ask, 46 is definitely better than 12, right? But it's still not very good. Now, it may take time to bring it all the way up to where it needs to be. Now, when I was in practice, usually within about 6 weeks with someone who was really on the rocks and they're with immune system function below 10%, we could usually bring their immune function to in the 90% range within about 6 weeks. Okay, so it can take that long. Now sometimes it can go faster. You just never know. But let's take a look here. It's limited by how much the body is able to do at that time. Okay, and typically the body can only do so much because it really is kind of a healing process that you have to go through. And one thing that I also want to warn you about, okay, and that is that when that immune function is below 30%, okay, and we bring that immune system up above 30%, sometimes the body all of a sudden realizes, wow, this place is a mess, and it starts to do some housekeeping, and it starts to clean house, okay, and do spring cleaning. Well, that can raise a lot of dust, and that can happen in your body as well. If all of a sudden your immune system starts to really clean up, you may start thinking that you're sick, because your body might, you might even get some diarrhea, you might feel nauseated, you might feel like you've got the flu, because the body is cleansing. And you can't tell the difference between getting the flu or getting a cold a lot of the time and a real cleansing reaction that's going on. So just be aware of that. That might happen to you. If it does, I'm not responsible. I just work here, okay? So anyway, all right, let's take a look here. Let's ask another question, Chaya. Is there another underlying reason for your vaginal itching? And the answer I'm getting there is yes. Okay, so let's see. Here's another reason, okay? Is this reason on the right side of our chart here, or is it on the left? Okay. So is it some kind of energy? No. Is it some kind of toxicity? No. So it's some kind of a circuit imbalance then. Is it an organ imbalance? No. Is it a gland imbalance or a chakra imbalance? Is it a disconnection or a meridian? Wow, this is interesting. These are all meridians today. So you're getting a good view of how we work with these. So this meridian imbalance, is it a meridian on the left side? Yes, it is. Okay. So is it stomach or bladder or gallbladder? Is it liver or kidney or spleen? Okay, so this is actually the spleen meridian. Okay. And is it's this meridian, let's see here, it's also on the right side. Okay. Right side of the body. So let's go back and take a look here and see, is there an underlying reason for this? And the answer is yes. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy all of this really quick and make it easy on myself. And
would that mean that would be a good idea to go to the acupuncturist?
I'm sorry, say that again?
If it would be a good idea to go to an acupuncturist.
Oh, to an acupuncturist. Well, if we can make these meridians happy by doing what we're doing, then I don't think you'll really need to. Okay, so let's see what this is here. Not that it would be a bad thing to do, but I mean, if the meridian is happy by doing what we're doing, and so far we've corrected the large intestine and the right kidney, and I think we can correct this right spleen meridian too. So we can help you to avoid the needles. All right. So, because these are the true underlying causes of these meridian imbalances. So this imbalance in the right spleen meridian is due to some underlying thing. Is that true? Yes. Okay. So what is that? Is it something on the right or the left? Is it an energy? Is it emotional or post-traumatic? Is it an allergy or an intolerance? Is it a mental? It's another mental energy. So is this something on the left side of our chart here? And the answer is no. So is it on the right side? Yes, it is. Okay. Is it an image or a broadcast message? Is it a need to move the past or another will to die? It's another will to die energy. Okay. So it's another will to die energy from a different time in your life. And let's just figure out when this occurred. Did this occur earlier than age 30? Yes. Did it occur earlier than age 20? Yes, it did. Earlier than age 10? No. So this is between 10 to 20. This occurred between 10 to 15 or around 16 or 17 or 18. This is from around age 18. Okay. Will to die energy around age 18. Think about that age. Again, maybe 17, maybe 19, but probably right around in the middle there, right around 18. Does that ring a bell?
I had to move to another country at that time, and I was leaving behind a sweetheart. Could be that. Okay. I don't really know.
Is that what that was about?
It was very hurtful.
I'm getting a yes, that's what that was about. And so, okay, so do we need to know more about this? No, we don't. Let's go ahead and release this now, this imbalance in the right spleen. See? So the interesting thing about this is these energies, in your case, all seem to have the effect of imbalancing these particular meridians. See? So we're clearing this one. Let's take a look and see. Did we release that will to die energy? Yes. Okay. So is the right spleen meridian happy now? And the answer is yes. Okay, good. So now let's, just for fun here, let's see how well your immune system is functioning. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So now how well is your immune system functioning? Is it functioning at 46%? Yes, it hasn't gone down. Is it functioning at 50%? Is it functioning better than 60%? Yes. Better than 70%? Wow. Better than 80%? Oh my gosh. Is it functioning better than 90%? No. Is it at 85, 84, 83? It's at 83%. Amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that's great to see such a huge improvement. Okay. All right. So So let's ask, is there some other imbalance that we can, is there anything else that we can do to bring your immune system function higher? Is there anything else we can do at this point to help you correct this issue that you've been dealing with? And the answer I'm getting is no. So that's all that's showing up on you right now, but that's an enormous improvement. Enormous.
It's tremendous.
Yes. So I want you to keep us posted, okay? You can go to healerslibrary.com and you can click, here, let me show you really quick. We'll open another tab here really fast. And if you go to healerslibrary.com, you can actually, right up here at the top, you can click on the support button, okay? And then you can just send us a message through the support system and let us know how you're doing, okay? All right, Chaya?
Okay. Gosh, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. I think that was really interesting. I think probably for everybody, it was interesting for me, and hopefully it'll really make a big difference for you, okay?
Why it was all in the meridians? Is there any meaning to that?
No, I don't know. I just work here. I just fix whatever shows up, and I don't worry about it too much. You never know. And remember that in holistic medicine, the old saying of the holistic physician is, anything can cause anything. And so we don't worry too much about what we find. We just fix whatever shows up. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Would you recommend to go over that after the session, over the notes that you just took? Like, is it good for the patient, for the client to go over the treatment after the session, or once it's done, it's gone?
You'll have the now. If I were working with you one-on-one, of course, I would email you the results so that you have them. But it's not necessarily too great of an idea to really mull over and really chew on those things that happen, because you might end up creating a new trapped emotion or something. But it's not a bad thing to just be aware of what created those things. Okay. Thank you, Chaya.
So much.
You're so welcome. Take care. Let us know how you do.
God bless you.
God bless you too. All right. Well, that was really interesting. Fantastic. Well, let's take our next person, and we're going to talk to Robin. Robin, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, fantastic. Let's see here. Okay, we are going to see if we can improve your immune function, okay?
Okay, I was going to ask you to work on my son, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah. How old is he?
He is 13.
He's 13. Okay, yeah, great. Is he right there with you or not?
No, he's actually in school, but he has an active herpes simplex infection that he gets frequently, and I'd like to see if we could deal with that.
Okay, let's take a look. And what's his first name?
Bryce.
Bryce?
Yes.
Okay, great. And he's 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got this active herpes simplex. So he's got he's on his lips, you mean?
Yeah, he's got cold sore. Yeah, and he's had them since he was like 6, and they recur, pretty regularly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, absolutely. We can do this. No problem. Since he's your son and he's a minor, we've got your permission, so that gives us his permission as well. So let's take a minute here, and I'll ask for some help for us from up above. And okay. All right, here we go. So let's ask if we've got a good connection here. Can I act as proxy for Bryce? Okay, good. So we're connected. All right. It's just like dialing somebody, on the phone that's on another continent or something. It works the same way. So here we go. So let's see here, Bryce. The first thing we want to know is, let's see, how well is your immune system functioning? As a percentage of its total capability. Is your immune system, Bryce, functioning at 100% of its capability? No. Is it functioning at 50% of capability? Yes. At 60% of capability? Actually, no. And that's surprising at that young of an age. Usually, the younger you are, the more elevated your immune capability will be just naturally. But he's below 60%, somewhere between 50 and 60. So is his immune system function at 55%? Is it at 54 or 53 or 52? He's got about 52% immune function, okay? So what can we do to improve that immune function? Because if we can improve that immune function, that alone is going to make a difference for his body, okay? Because when you have something like this going on, obviously the immune system is suffering in some way. Okay. And so let's see what we can do. All right. So what can we do to improve your immune function, Bryce? If we look at our body code map here, okay, what can we do? What's the first thing we can do to help improve your immune system function? Is it something on the right side of our chart here? No. So something on the left. Is it some kind of energy or some kind of toxicity or circuitry? It's circuitry. Is it some kind of an organ imbalance? Actually, it is. There's an organ imbalance, shows up first thing. Is it an organ on the left side of this chart? No. So it's an organ on the right side. Is it the heart? Is it the lungs? Is it the spleen? It's actually the spleen, okay?
Okay.
So again, the spleen disposes of old red blood cells and some of the other things we talked about. And there are certain emotions that the spleen generates. But let's ask if there's an underlying reason for the spleen imbalance. And the answer is yes, okay? Now, even though the spleen generates these emotions, it could be any emotion. It could really be anything. Sometimes, though, just like you'll find with the acupuncture meridians, or really any circuit, like an organ or a gland, etc., if you find an imbalance, like in this case, we find the spleen is imbalanced. If we ask if there's an underlying reason for the spleen imbalance, if the answer is no, then we can just roll a magnet with intention to just hit the reset button for that organ or whatever it is, and that'll usually do it. In this case, there's definitely something deeper going on. So some other deeper thing. So let's see here. Let me make some notes here. Spleen imbalance due to something. Is it something on the right side of our chart? No. So it's something on the left. Okay. Is it some kind of energy? Yes, it is. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see what that is. Okay, is it something on the right side of our chart here? Nope. So it's one of these two. Is it a psychic trauma? Actually, it is. And a psychic trauma, of course, is where we have more than one, typically two, intense emotions that became trapped at the same moment in time. Okay, so they were being experienced together, and they became stuck together into one ball of energy. Now, in this particular case, this ball of energy, consisting of these two emotions, has lodged in his spleen. And that's disrupting his immune system. Yeah, see, so that's how this works. It's really, really interesting. So here we go. This first emotion, well, do we need to know more about this? The answer is yes. Okay, so let's ask, is there more than two emotions involved in this? No, there's two emotions. We need to know what they are. Yes, we do. Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes the body won't let you, for some weird reason, know what the emotions are with this kind of thing, psychic traumas. But in this case, the subconscious mind is saying, yep, we want to know what these are. So the first emotion, is it in column A? No. So it's in column B. Is it in one of the odd rows in column B? No. So it's in an even row. Is it in row 2? Yes. Is the emotion failure? This first one. Is it helplessness? No. Is it hopelessness? Yes. Okay. So it's hopelessness. So the first one, consisting of hopelessness and something else. Now this next emotion, is it listed in column A? Yes. Is it in one of the odd rows? No. Even rows then. Is it in row 2 or row 4? It's in row 4. So is this emotion anger? No. Is it bitterness or guilt? Is it hatred or resentment? It's actually resentment. Okay. So he's had some emotion there about something. So do we need to know more about this? Actually, we do. Hopelessness and resentment. Does he have an older brother by any chance?
He has an older brother. He has a couple older brothers. Well, I have two older brothers, so.
Okay. Well, you know, having kids myself, I can kind of picture how that could happen. In fact, I think I've seen the same thing.
Yeah, we can guess where this is going.
Yeah. So does this have to do, and it might not, but does it have to do with an older brother? Actually, it doesn't. Does it have to do, was this about a situation?
He has one sister.
So does it have to do with the sister? No. Does that have to do with a sibling? No. Does it have to do with mom or dad? No. Does it have to do with something at school? Something at school. Does it have to do with another kid at school? Yes. A female? No. A male? Yes. Okay. So it has to do with some other kid. So was he bullied maybe in any way at any time that you know of? Or?
He hasn't told me specifically, no.
Okay. Well, there's a lot that
they don't tell you everything.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot that goes on. Do we need to know more about this? The answer is no. So let's go ahead and release this. He might be able to tell you when he gets home from school, and we could ask when this occurred, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that here. Let me go ahead and release this first. All right. Do we release that psychic trauma? Yes. Okay. So now, when did this occur? This occur, he's 13. Did it occur within the last year to a couple of years ago, I'd say. Sometime within the last 2 years.
Okay.
Within the last 2 years.
There was a kid that was bugging. Well, he's having trouble with a friend possibly at the time.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, let's see how we're doing now as far as his immune function. Okay. And was it 52%? Okay. So is your immune system function, Bryce, is it functioning at 52% of its capability now? Yes. So we haven't lost anything. Is it functioning at 53? Yeah. At 60? Yes. Is it functioning at 70% of its capability? Yes. At 80%, no. So 70, at 75, 76, 77, 76. It brought it up to 76.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, awesome. So, I've seen one trapped emotion improve, the release of one trapped emotion improve the immune function percent by 20 percentage points. So think about that.
Wow, that's good.
That's the secret thing that's going on, that people are not necessarily aware of when they're doing this work. And then people get better, but this kind of peels back the curtain a little bit so that you can see what's really going on inside the body and how these things affect us. So let's go back out to our homepage here and let's ask, is there something else that we can do, Bryce, to improve your immune system function? And the answer is absolutely yes. Is it on the right of this chart or the left? Okay, so something. Is it some kind of energy? Yes. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? No. Is it an allergy or an intolerance? No. Is it something mental? Actually, yes, it is. Something mental. These are pretty common. Is it something on the left side of this chart or the right? Okay, it's something over here again. Is it an image? No. Is it some kind of a broadcast message or a need to move the past? It's actually a need to move the past. Now, our past memories are sometimes stored in front of us energetically, and that can make it very difficult to move ahead in life. And so let's ask if we need to know more about this, and we do. So we have a need to move the past. So something happened that maybe he's reflected on too much, some difficult thing, and it's imbalancing his immune system, as you will see. Again, everything in the body code affects the immune system. So this need to move the past. Is this in the entirety of his past life, everything that's happened to him? No, it's some specific memory. Do we know more about this? Yes. When did this occur? Did it occur earlier than age 10? No. Did it occur around age 11 or around age 12? Around age 12. So we might be looking at the same thing. And I'm actually getting that we are. Something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So something happened. Do we need to know more about this? No. So, okay, so here we go. Around age 12, okay. And let's go ahead and do this. And we can there are different ways to do this, but the easiest way is to just roll down the governing meridian while holding that intention of moving that particular past thing, that memory, whatever it is, from being right in front of him to being behind him. So let's ask if we've moved that. Yes, we have. Okay, good. So just for fun here, let's see how much this has affected his immune system. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So Bryce, how well is your immune system functioning now? It was at 76%. Is it functioning at least that well? Yes. Is it functioning at 80%? Yes. Is it functioning at 85% or 86? Is it functioning at 90%? Yes. Bingo. So we got that magic number, 90%. Anything 90% or above is really in the awesome range. It's where you want to be. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So is it functioning better than 90%? Yes. Is it so Bryce, is your immune system functioning at 95% of capability, at 96, at 97, 98, 97? Okay, 97%. That's awesome. Right. Now what you're going to see, now listen to this, what you're going to see here is you are going to see this herpes simplex situation with him is going to change, because suddenly his immune system has been rejuvenated. It's been the baggage holding it back now has been removed, and it's going to really make a concerted effort to start fighting off this virus, I think. So now let's ask, and by the way, one thing I want to point out is that it's really unusual. During all those years that I was testing immune function, I found that it was very, very, very rare to get 100% immune function, but I could get it up into the 97, 98 range, maybe 99. It's usually about as good as I could ever get it. And I think that's just because of the world that we live in,
Yeah.
So don't let that throw you off. Anything above 90, you're doing really, really well. And my suspicion is probably that's all we're going to find with him. But let's take a look and see. Let's ask, is there anything else that we can do to improve your immune function, Bryce? And the answer is no. So that's as far as he gets. But that's all he needed, see? So again, if you go to Healer's Library, you can click on the support tab at the top, and then it'll take you to that page. Click right up here. It'll take you to this page, and then you can actually just you can submit a little note to us under somewhere here. Yeah, well, anyway. I don't know how to do. Oh, I'm logged in, so it looks different for me than for you guys. But anyway, that's how you do it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And
Okay.
let us know how he does, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. Take care.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
All righty. Okay, so so that was interesting, huh? So let's take another one here. And okay, let's see here. Let's talk to Miles. Miles, are you there?
Hi, yes I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, fantastic. Got a great connection there. Let's just let me open a new window here really quick. Okay. All right, Miles. So what's happening with you? How can we help you?
Well, I think maybe there's got to be something that's wrong with I know there's something wrong with my immune system and function, and I am on dialysis, and I've been doing everything I can possibly think of. My kidneys have improved a fair amount, but I can't get them past that 1 point.
Okay. So they seem to be kind of stuck. How long have you been on dialysis?
6 years. And I was in an auto accident prior to that, and they went down about a month afterwards.
About a month afterwards?
Yes.
Okay. After you went on dialysis?
No, they went down about a month after the auto accident.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I know I did have nerve damage in my left arm. My left arm was numb for 4 years also. And that has now come back.
Okay.
So there's got to be a blockage in my kidneys that I'm feeling, and I just can't seem to get at it. I am practicing the emotion code, and I just can't seem to access whatever it is.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. So what you're saying is that you had an auto accident, and then a couple of months after that, you ended up on dialysis. Did I get that right? Or did I misunderstand?
That's right, yeah.
That's right. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Nope, you got that right. It's just you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you've been on dialysis 6 years, and you went on it about 2 months after a car accident, right?
After. That's right.
We'll abbreviate that MVA for motor vehicle accident. Okay. All right. So let's have a moment of silence here, and I'll ask for some help from up above, and we'll see what we can find out with you. Okay. Okay, Miles, let's see. All right, first of all, let's find out where your immune function is right now. Immune function, okay, how well, first of all, let's see if we've got a good connection. Can I act as proxy for you, Miles? And the answer there is yes. Okay, so here we go. So how well is your immune system functioning as a percent of capability? Is it functioning at 100% of capability? No. Is it functioning at 50% of capability? No. Is it functioning at 30% of its capability? No. At 20%? No. At 10%? No. At 5%? Yes. At 6%? 7%? 8%? Yes. 9%? No. So we're at about 8%.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, the good news is there are things we can do to bring that up. So, I remember once I was doing an exam on a young lady and found all kinds of imbalances. All of her organs were imbalanced in her glands and so on. And she started to cry. And I said, hey, don't cry. If we don't find anything wrong, that means we can't find anything to fix. But these things are all fixable, see? So here we go. Let's take a look. So your immune system is at about 8%, so it's pretty much on the ropes there, but let's see what we can do. Is there an underlying imbalance, okay, that we can correct that will help to improve your immune system function? And the answer there is yes. Okay, so what's the first thing we can do with you? Is it something on the right or is it on the left? Is it an energy? Yes. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? Yes. Post-traumatic. And is it on the right or the left? Is it psychic or physical? Okay, it's a physical trauma. I'm taking us right to it. Probably from the auto accident. Is that true? Yes. Okay, so again, remember what happens is a physical trauma, normally, like for example, if you get in an auto accident, there are hundreds of tons of kinetic energy that are released during an auto accident. And that's what, of course, crumples your fenders and totals your car. And that energy passes through your body as well. And sometimes it just passes through you and just keeps right on going. But sometimes it gets stuck in your body. And in this case, I think it's actually gotten stuck in both of your kidneys. Okay. And so this is a big energy encompassing both kidneys. It's not like it's split into two. It's one big energy is what I'm getting. And it's big. So do we need to know more about this? Was this from the auto accident? Yes, it was. Okay, so here we go. So here we go. Physical trauma from, again, we'll abbreviate motor vehicle accident to MVA. Physical trauma from MVA. Let me change this to energy. Trapped in both kidneys. Whoops. We'll just use the plural. Do we need to know more about this? No, we don't. Let's go ahead and release this again. You know, even something so major and so huge like this from an accident that, you know, can be really severe, still, you release it with 3 rolls down the governing meridian. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's amazing. It can be so simple. And now, are you sitting or standing, or where are you right now?
I'm sitting right now.
You're sitting. You know what I want you to do? Let's just take a look. You see, with a physical trauma energy like this, those kidneys have got to be unhappy. And let's ask if did we release that physical trauma energy? Yes, we did. Okay, is that left kidney happy? No. Right kidney happy? They're not happy yet, but let's just see what else shows up. Okay, so let's take a look at the immune function. And let's see where it's at from releasing that. So is your immune system functioning at 8%? Yes, we haven't lost anything. Is it functioning at 10%? Is it better than 10%? Is it better than 20%? Better than 30? Is it between 20 and 25? Around 26, 27, 28. So that brought it up to 28%. So there we go, 20 points increase with the release of one thing. Now see, I'm telling you guys, what we're doing here is the absolute state of the art in energy medicine. It's the state of the art in preventive medicine. And it's the state of the art in truly getting to the roots of what our problems really are. And so I don't know how else to say it, but this is exciting stuff. Even I get excited, even though I've been doing this all these years. So let's take a look. We'll go back to our body code map, page 1, and let's ask, is there something else we can do to bring your immune system back up to raise your immune function? Something else we can do? Yes. Is it something on the right or the left of the chart? Left of the chart. Is it some kind of energy? No. Is it toxicity? No. Is it circuitry? Yes. Is it an organ? Yes. Okay. All right. So wild guess here. Is it the kidney? Yes. Okay. So you see, when you have an accident, oftentimes what happens is the kidneys get affected. Oftentimes the kidneys will actually drop a little bit physically, okay, out of their little spots there. And then those deep muscles, the psoas muscles, will short circuit, okay. It'll affect the trapezius, and of course, you know, all kinds of bad things happen. So, yeah.
I was rear-ended, and I actually laid in bed for 8 months with severe whiplash too. So I imagine that it did cause a lot of trauma.
Man, so the guy that hit you must have been going at a pretty good clip, huh?
Yeah, he moved my truck 11.5 feet, and I was standing still. So.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So let's ask about this. We got a kidney imbalance. So is this both kidneys? No. Is it right kidney? No, left kidney. Okay, this is left kidney, all right? Is there an underlying reason for this imbalance? Yes, there is. Okay, so the plot thickens. Let's go back out to the home page here. We got a left kidney imbalance. Due to something. Due to what? Is it due to something on the right side of our chart? No. Something on the left? Yes. Is it due to an energy? Yes. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? Yes. Okay, post-traumatic. Something on the right, something on the left? Is it psychic? No. Physical. So physical trauma, again, another physical trauma energy, a different one from the last one. This one, so in other words, there was a big physical trauma energy encompassing both kidneys, but now the body's saying, hey, here's another one. It's smaller. It's just affecting the left one. Okay, so this is the same thing, and it's from the accident. Is that true? Yes. Okay, so here we go. We'll just paste that down there. And we need to know more about this, and the answer is no. Let's go ahead and release this physical trauma energy from that left kidney. Okay. Yeah, you know, all of these things that we do in the body code, all of these energy corrections like this, you can take a single one of them and they can be so incredibly powerful. So did we clear that physical trauma energy from the left kidney? Yes, we did. Okay, good. So let's ask now, is that left kidney happy? And the answer is yes. Okay, now that's awesome. All right, good. So let's ask, is there another underlying thing that we can fix? Actually, before we do that, let's just check your immune system function again. Okay, here we go. All right, you had 28% immune function before. Do you have 28 still? Yes, it hasn't gone down. Do you have 30? Do you have 40? Do you have 50? Between 40 and 50. 40 is a yes. Do you have 45% immune system function? So your immune system functioning at 44, 43, 42, 42. Is it better than 42? So it's about 42. Okay. 42%. Good. So we're climbing the ladder here. See this how this works. All right. So now let's ask, is there another underlying imbalance that we can correct that will improve your immune function? And the answer is yes. Is it something on the right side of our chart here, left side of the chart? Is it an energy? Is it emotional or post-traumatic? Is it an allergy or an intolerance? Is it a mental energy? It's a mental energy. We've seen this a couple times on this call. Is it something on the left side of our chart or the right? Is it an image or a broadcast message? Is it a need to move the past? Okay, it's a need to move the past. So excuse me. So let me ask, just out of curiosity, this need to move the past, this past memory that is affecting you, okay, adversely, is this the memory of your accident by any chance? And the answer is yes. Okay, good. So we're going to move that. Okay. We'll stick with our convention there of referring to it as an MVA. And so let's ask, is there anything else we need to know about this? No. Okay. We're going to go ahead and release this right now. And we'll just roll 3 times down the governing meridian. And we're holding an intention of moving that energy from being in front of you to being behind you. And now let's ask if we've moved that energy. And the answer is yes. Okay. So here we go. Let's take a look. We'll just paste this down and ask again. Okay, how well is your immune system functioning now on a scale of 0 to 100%? Is it functioning at 42%? Yes. At 50%? Yes. At 60%? Nope. 55, 54, 53. So 53% on that one. Okay. And we did correct that. We did move those memories. Okay, good. So, okay, fantastic. So let's see. So let's ask, is there something else that we can do to improve your immune function? And the answer is yes. Is it an imbalance on the right or the left? Is it some kind of energy? Yep, we're back up here in the energy area again. Is it emotional? No. Is it post-traumatic? Oh, yes. So let me guess. Is it physical trauma? Yes. Okay, another wild guess. Is it affecting your right kidney? Okay, yes it is. Okay, so now we're over to the right kidney. Okay, and we're going to fix that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, today's your lucky day, huh? Let's see.
It is.
Yeah, fun. It's just so much fun to fix these things, and the beauty of this is that it's so easy. It's almost, I've said before, you could practically teach a chimp to do this, because if you can muscle test and get yes and no answers and ask questions. It just, a little bit of training and really anybody can do this. So here we go. Right kidney imbalance due to a physical trauma energy. And is it from the accident? Absolutely. Do we need to know more about this? And the answer is no. Let's go ahead and release this. So do you typically have quite a bit of low back pain?
Normally I don't know.
Okay. How about your neck? Does it usually bother you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, remember that, whoops, not the right one. Let me go to organs, kidneys. Okay, remember, if you're looking at the kidney map here, you can see the upper trapezius gets affected, and that causes a lot of neck pain. One of the reasons why people have neck pain after an accident is because the kidneys have been imbalanced by the accident, and that short circuits the trapezius, you see.
Okay.
So let's, just for fun here, let's take a look and see. Did we clear that physical trauma energy from that right kidney? Okay, good, we did. So is the right kidney happy now? Yes, it is. Okay, so now let's take a look here. And let's see where your immune system function is at. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the reality of the fact that every single imbalance that you fix using the body code, which includes the emotion code, is going to improve the immune function. I mean, and I've been doing this for years and years, and I have never seen the immune system not improve, at least some degree, on the release of or the correction of some kind of imbalance. I mean, if your spine's out of alignment and you adjust that spine and correct that misalignment, your immune system function number goes up. You release a trapped emotion, goes up. You take the right herb that your body needs, okay? Immune system function goes up. I mean, it all affects immune function. So let's see, is your immune system function at 53% as a percent of its total capability now? And the answer is yes. Is your immune system function better than that? Yes. Is it at 60%, 70%? Is it at 80%, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71? It's about 71% now. So to go from 8 to 71 is pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's take a look here. The right kidney's happy, left kidney's happy. Now check this out. This upper trapezius, remember, is going to be imbalanced. If the left kidney's imbalanced, it's going to imbalance the left trapezius, the left upper trapezius. And if the right kidney's imbalanced, it's going to affect the right one. So these muscles in here now are balanced. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to just move your neck around a little bit. Just move your neck around, tilt your head forward and back and rotate your head around a little bit. And let's just notice how your neck feels now compared to how it was feeling before, just out of curiosity, now that we've fixed and balanced those kidneys.
Actually, it feels pretty good.
Feels pretty good. All right, awesome.
Yeah, it feels loose.
Good. That's good. That's how it's supposed to feel. Okay, so now let's ask, is there another underlying imbalance? Is there something else we can do to help improve your immune function and bring it to a higher level? And now the answer right now is no. Now that doesn't mean, okay, it doesn't mean that that there isn't something else that can be done, okay? Sometimes when we make corrections, the body can only do so much, and we've done a lot with you today, and that's about all we're going to be able to do on you today because your body is saying you're done. But this immune function number may improve over the next few days as things kind of congeal and settle in, okay?
Yeah, that's awesome.